I need a little bit more room here. Maybe like that. What the heck? Okay, maybe not that much. Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. I'm trying to, bear with me here, I'm listening to what Joe Madden is saying on Brian Kenny's show. I'll tell you what guys, I'm going to need a lot more coffee today. I am completely drained after that 6-hour, 39-minute World Series game. What a freaking ball game. My nerves were shot and I've got definitely hung over from it. Okay, I'm going to turn off the TV, dial it in here, because we've got a 1966 game to play. And we've got Frank here with his replay. Hello to Kathy. Hi, Unmitigated. Hello, Cosmo Kramer. Oh, sure, Frank. Yeah, a lot of things you could point to on both sides. In fact, I've been watching them do exactly that on MLB Now and the other show, MLB Central. Hello, Ernest Cruz. What does Ohtani do for an encore? Indeed. Well, today he's going to pitch and hit. I'll tell you what, watch him every chance you get, people, because we're seeing something that's never been done and most likely will never be done again. You're seeing the best baseball player in the history of the game right now. Hello, Mangler. We've got the first game of a doubleheader today. It's going to be the Mets at the Reds, Bob Shaw versus Joe Nuxhall. Mets were on a good streak before they lost their last game. Cincinnati's dropped 2 straight. The righty Bob Shaw, since coming over from the Giants, is 0-0, 5.25, 1 start, 2 relief appearances. He's only worked 12 innings for the Mets. I'll give you his total numbers here in a minute. Let's look at Nuxhall. Nuxhall, of course, the distinction of being the youngest player ever in the major leagues. 1-0, 4.26. This is just his 3rd start. He's appeared 11 times out of the pen, 31 2/3 innings. And let me go to the Mets stats here. I'll give you the full season numbers on Bob Shaw. He's 2-2, 3.73, 7 starts, 60 innings. Shaw, the righty, Nuxhall, of course, a left-hander. First game of a doubleheader, I think I already said that. I might repeat myself. I'm just glad tomorrow's game isn't today. Oh, Cosmo's headed to Morro Bay for a day trip. Most excellent. And hello, Trent. Here's the lineup for the Mets today. I'm not even dressed yet, by the way. This is I'm telling you what. Ron Hunt leads off at second base. Eddie Pursuit at shortstop. Cleon Jones is in right field today. Ken Boyer at third base hits cleanup. Ron Swoboda will be in left. Billy Murphy gets the start in center, welcoming Jerry Grody back into the starting lineup. He'll do the catching. Ed Kranepool at first, bats 8th against the left-hander. And Shaw, a pretty good hitting pitcher in the 9 spot. Umpires for today's game: Shag Crawford behind the plate, Ed Vargo at first, no second base umpire, and Doug Harvey, the legendary Doug Harvey, at third base. And with that, we're ready to get underway. Ron Hunt steps to the plate, batting .266, no home runs, 9 RBIs. Nuxall gets his sign. Here we go. It's a 6-6 right-handed. Hunt with a high fly ball to deep center field. Pinson headed back. That's going to get by him. And to the wall, Hunt hurries out of the box into second with the leadoff double. Here's the shortstop now, Eddie Brasseau. Brasseau hitting .239, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. In just 88 at-bats, he has 9 extra base hits. Nuxall with the windup and the pitch is a 2-7 left-handed, and he loses in ball 4. So the first 2 Mets reach here to start off the ball game. Nuxall rated 6 for starter endurance. Here's Cleon Jones. Jones, the leading hitter on the Mets, which should come as a surprise to no one, hitting .325, 5 home runs, 15 RBIs. Nuxall checks the runners. The plate is a 2-7 lefty. A ground liner to third, single to 7. That's going to be speared at third by Chico Ruiz. Throws down to second. Back to the bag in time is Hunt. Your Schaefer beer batter of the game is Art Shamsky. Thank you, Unmitigated. And good morning. I know it isn't, but it still feels like it. Here's Ken Boyer now. Boyer, .232, leads the club in homers with 8 and in RBIs with 34. Nuxall with the full windup. It's a 6-11 right-handed. Base hit the other way into right field. Hunt can try to score on that. 1 out. Hunt a 14. Harper a +1, 15. I think they're gonna send him. Brasseau would go to third if it fell below 11. Well, that's a tough one. If they send him, most likely Cincinnati gets a free throw, because unless it's a low number, neither Brasseau nor Boyer will advance. We're going to play it conservatively and hold him up, and the bases will be loaded for Ron Swoboda. Isn't Swoboda the beer guy? No, wait a minute. Shamsky's the Schaefer beer batter. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Swoboda. Infield at double play depth. Swoboda comes in hitting just .185, 2 homers, 15 RBIs. Nuxall in a jam here. Full windup, 1-7 lefty. Ground ball to third, fielded by Ruiz. He goes to Rose for 1, on to Coleman, 5-4-3 double play. And man, that should bring out the second guessers. The Mets fail to score with the bases loaded and 1 out. Maybe I should have sent Hunt there. On the other hand, in my defense, that's how I would normally play it. See, if you had a faster trail runner, it would have been worth the gamble. But if Hunt gets thrown out, neither of these guys is going to advance, according on my rules. Anyway, bottom of the first, here's the lineup for the Reds. Tommy Harper leads off in right field. Pete Rose at second base. Vada Pinson will be in center field. Gordy Coleman at first base in the cleanup spot. Art Shamsky, the Schaefer beer batter, in left. Leo Cardenas at short. Chico Ruiz gets the start at third base. Johnny Edwards, the catcher. And Joe Nuxall, the pitcher, rounded out. Shaw is ready to go to work now. The batter will be Tommy Harper. Harper at 198, still trying to get his season untracked. Shaw, the right-hander, comes in there with a 5-3 righty. Grounded to the pitcher X, 3-0. Shaw, a fine defensive pitcher. Here's the roll on a 3, and he can't get it. It's a base hit. Holy crap. Didn't see that one coming. Leadoff single for Harper. He's a star 18. Shaw with a terrible hold, +4. Grody a -1. So Harper 820 held at 18. Pete Rose, the hitter. And thank you for the super chat, unmitigated super chat. Appreciate it kindly. Appreciate it very much. Thank you kindly is what I meant to say. You'll have to bear with me today, fellas. I am really fried. As that game went deeper with each extra inning, I was getting more and more frustrated and worked up. A couple of shots of bourbon were involved at one point. Nothing crazy. Rose at 300 leads the Reds in hitting. 2 homers, 13 RBIs. Harper's going to roll for the lead, of course. 2 through 5, 11. On a 9, he does not get it. What would he be on the back number? He'd be a 16 -4, 12. Rose will swing away. Batting left-handed. The pitch is a 3-8. With the runner held, it's a ground ball to second, A+. That's going to go into right field for a single. Harper all the way to third base. So Rose grounds one through the hole on the right side. And the Reds are in business. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And here's Vada Pinson. Pinson at 251, 4 home runs, 31 RBIs. Hang on, I got to turn this to me a little bit better. There we go. Infield at double play depth. Shaw's pitch on a 3-8 righty. Fly ball to right field, B ? Cleon Jones makes the catch. Let me double check my ruling on this. Harper can tag 17-19. Jones a -1, 18. He's going to tag. Let's go to the plate. He scores easily. Sac fly for Pinson. And Cincinnati takes a 1-0 lead. 1 away, and here's Gordy Coleman. Coleman at 262, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Shaw now working out of the stretch. Delivers a 5-6 lefty. Grounder to second. Hunt gloves it. Shovels to pursue for 1. Steps on the bag. Fires to Cranepool. 4-6-3 double play. So both innings ended by double plays. The Reds, however, get a run on 2 hits. Nobody left. And after just 1 inning, it's 1-0 Reds. Here's Nuxall, the lefty. And Billy Murphy will lead off the second for the Mets. I'm going to take it a little bit slower today and make sure I don't make any mistakes. Murphy at 194, he has 1 home run. Right-handed hitting outfielder, Nuxall with the pitch. It's a 6-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. First strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up the catcher, Jerry Grody. Grody, a favorite of mine from my youth, hitting .250, no homers, 11 RBIs. Grody, I think, one of the best defensive catchers I ever saw. Nuxall, 6'6" righty. Grody, high fly ball to center. That's over Pinson's head, and Grody cruises in with a stand-up double. So Grody knocked the snot out of that one, and here comes Ed Kranepool. Kranepool hitting just .213. 5 home runs and 24 RBIs are both second to only Ken Boyer on the ball club. So if you're wondering why they've only scored 182 runs on the season, well, there's a big reason right there. Left-on-left matchup here for Nuxall as he comes in with a 4-12. Grounder to second, Rose to his left, fields it. As he throws to Coleman, Grody moves over to third. And here's the pitcher, Shaw. He's a 4, right-handed batter. The pitch is a 1-6. Struck him out. So no runs to hit, 1 left. Because of my sleep hangover or whatever it is, for some reason this feels like a weekend day to me. I woke up feeling like it was a Saturday and asked myself, do I have a game today? Yeah, that's how out of whack I am. Okay, here's Shamsky. Leads off the bottom of the second. Hitting just 183, but he does have 7 home runs, 16 RBIs. 7 home runs is third on the Reds team. Shaw with the pitch is a 1-5 righty. High fly ball to deep right field. Harper starts back. Jones starts back and watches it fly. Bye-bye baseball. Art Shamsky can touch them all. How many beers does he get for that unmitigated? 1-5, no doubt about it. And that's home run number 8 for Shamsky on the season. Here's the shortstop, Leo Cardenas, another favorite of mine. 224, tied for the club lead in home runs with 10 and 30 runs batted in. The other player with 10 that leads in RBIs with 31 is Darren Johnson. He is not in the lineup today. Shaw into the windup. It's a 5-12 righty to Cardenas. Grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Kranepool. A 3-13 to his right. The play on a 10, error range. A 4 on a 13, and it's off his glove. That's going to be an error on Ed Kranepool. And Cardenas aboard now. +3 battery, 19 held at 17. He's going to roll for it. 4 or a 6. Does not get it. And here's Chico Ruiz. Shaw into the windup. 6'5 righty, and he loses him, ball 4. Nobody out. Ruiz came in. I forgot to give you his numbers. He came in 6 for 12 in limited duty, hitting .500. But really, not much there against right-handers. Wait a second. No, that isn't right. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Ruiz is a switch hitter. Let me double check the roll. It's not a 6'5 walk at all. I beg your pardon. Hang on here. That would be a strikeout. That's a strikeout. I was thinking right-handed batter, but switch hitter hitting lefty, 6'5 lefty is a strikeout. And that's the first out of the inning. Here's the catcher, Edwards. Johnny Edwards just hitting just 192, 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Shaw from the stretch, 5'10 lefty. High pop fly to shallow center. Murphy drifting on and makes the catch. And with 2 down, it'll be Nuxall. Left-handed batter, 6'8 lefty. Nuxall rips one into right field, triple to 2, and he's going to have a 2-star single with Cardenas all the way to third. And Nuxall trying to help himself out with the bat. Hello, Bill. Yes, sirree. Fire up a trivia. Let's have some fun. Believe me, you guys don't have to ask permission. It's your chat. I love it all. I love the research you guys come up with, the trivia, little anecdotes about the players, all of it. It's what makes the whole experience so much better. Okay, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Here's Harper. He singled his first time up. Shaw comes in with a 1-6 righty. Grounder to short, fielded there by Brassou, who throws him out, and that'll do it. So they settle for a run on the Shamsky home run, leave a pair on, and it's 2-0. Yeah, your beer battered one. Here's the question. Name the pair of teammates that started the most games together in Major League history. I have one that comes to mind, but I'm going to, as usual, give the chat room a chance to take it first. We go to the third. Mets trail by 2, top of the order. Ron Hunt doubled his first time up. Nuxall gets the sign. The pitch to Hunt is a 5'10 right-hander. Grounder shortstop X. That's the fine fielding Cardenas, 2E16. Into the hole goes Leo on a 20. He's there, plants and throws in time. Nice play by Cardenas. Here's the shortstop, Eddie Brassou. No one has a guess yet. Oh, Ernest guesses Rose and Perez. I don't think that's it. The pitch is a 3-9, struck him out. Two down, here's Cleon Jones. 12th place, though, that's pretty good. Pitch to Cleon is a 4-5 righty, hard smash to third. Chico Ruiz again fields it, long throw in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Nuxall. Petrocelli and Yaz are 25th. I'll give you a little more time. I'm going to throw my guess out there. It's the only one I can think of. I don't know if it's right or not. I have no idea. Pete Rose will lead off the bottom of the third. Rose singled in the first. Shaw gets the sign. It's a 3-3 righty. Routine grounder to second, fielded by Hunt. Flips to Crane Poole, one down. Here's Pinson now. Shaw gets the sign. 4-6 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. First walk issued by Shaw. Pinson now with the 3 battery, 18 held at 16, and he's going to try for the lead. 2-3-7, 9, he doesn't get it. And Gordy Coleman will swing away from the stretch. 6-6 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Shaw. And I'll bring up Art Shamsky. the Beermeister, who homered in his first at bat. Shaw with the pitch. 5-7. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Double to 9. He'll settle for the long single with Pinson going first to third. Actually, I have another one. But I don't think that's it. It hasn't been mentioned yet either. Runners at the corners, 2 away. Leo Cardenas will be the hitter. He reached on an error in the second. Okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm going to give you my guess. Wow, only 8th. All right, how about Trammell Whitaker? That was the other one that just popped into my head. Here's the pitch to Cardenas. 6-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Shaw pitches out of trouble in the third. Reds lead the pair. And after 3 complete, it's 2-0 Cincinnati. Tiger boys are 20. Well, then I'm afraid I have to give up. Now I'm really intrigued to find out who it is, though. Mets coming to bat here in the 4th inning against Nuxall. Hey there, Cleveland. And welcome in Jay. Who is Jay? We got a new member of the chat, I think. Welcome in, Jay. You won't find a better group of guys in the Strat-O-Matic chat world, I'll tell you that right now. Ken Boyer will lead off the 4th. He had a single in the first. Nuxall. The windup and the pitch. 5-7 right-handed, grounder to second X. That's Rose. Rose, a fine second baseman. 217. On a 12, that's going to be the error range. So it's an 8 on a 17. He should make that and does. Nice play by Rose, and there's one down. Here's Swoboda. Swoboda bounced into a double play in the first. The left-hander ready. Winds and deals. 6-4 right-handed. High pop fly to left. Shamsky cruises under it and makes the catch. Two down. Here's Billy Murphy. He struck out in the second. Nuxall with the windup. The pitch is a 6-5 right-handed. That's ripped to left field, high and deep. That's over Shamsky's head at the wall. It is gone. Home run, Billy Murphy, and the Mets are on the board. How about that? Murphy with his second home run of the season. It's a 6-5, 1 through 9. He rolled the 5. And the score is 2-1 now. There's the clue, 1960 to 1974, and it was a National League player. And hello, Captain Carl, welcome. 60 to 74. No, McCovey went to the Padres in 72 or something like that. 73. I'm stumped. I got to get back to the game. It's making me crazy. Here's Grody with 2 down. Nuxall into the windup. That's a 2-6 lefty. Struck him out. 3rd strikeout for Joe Nuxall. The Mets get a run on the home run by Billy Murphy, and we've got a 1-run game. Oh, it is the Cubs. So Santo's got to be one of them, I would think. It's not Jenkins because we know it is William Santo. That was a good question, Bill. Bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the order for the Reds. Chico Ruiz 0 for 1. Shaw into the windup. It's a 5-3 left-handed. Grounded to the pitcher X. 3-0. Shaw tested again. Here's the play on a 19, and he makes the play and throws him out. That's 2 rolls to Shaw, and neither one went to the error range. Very rare that would happen. For those who don't know, 14 of the 20 chances on the pitcher's defensive chart go to the error range. Here's Edwards. Shaw into the windup. That's going to be a 5-10 lefty. High pop fly to center. Murphy jogs in, waits on it, and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's the pitcher Nuxall, left-handed hitter. On a 4-12 lefty, he loses him ball 4. So Joe Nuxall's been on both times today, a single and a walk. And that'll bring up Tommy Harper. Shaw comes in there with a 1-5 righty. Struck him out. That'll end the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, a man left. And for Harper, that is his 25th strikeout of the year. Not that bad, actually. For some reason, I tend to think of him striking out a lot more than that. Struck out 85 times in real life. Hey, thanks for dropping in, Unmitigated. Be sure to leave those beers behind, would you, if you don't mind? And Cleveland, thank you. He gives us the odds, yep. Of course, we just saw someone roll a triple or a homer on a 1 when the 1 was their only chance. So So yeah, anything could happen. We can move to the fifth. Ed Kranepool will start it off. Nuxall gets the sign from Edwards. Here's the pitch on a 2-8 left-handed. High fly ball to deep right field. Back goes Harper at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Ed Kranepool just tied this game up with a home run off of a left-hander. On a 2-8, 1-7, he threw the 4. And that's his 6th home run of the season. Here's Shaw now, right-handed batter. Nuxall's pitch is a 3-10, and he walks him. And that's going to send Johnny Edwards out to the mound for a little visit. Try to snap him back into concentration mode there. After the homer to Kranepool, he walks the pitcher. And now it's the top of the lineup coming up. Ron Hunt doubled in the first, grounded to short in the third. And now they're ready to go. Nuxall out of the stretch now. Comes into Hunt, 4-5 right-handed, hard grounder to third through Weeze. He goes to Rose for 1, on to Coleman, not in time. Hunt beats it out. That's going to be a 5-4 force. Shaw is erased. And Hunt standing at first base. With a -2 battery, he is 13. With 1 down. In a tie ball game, they're going to hold him on. So Hunt held at 11, and here's Brassou. Nuxall out of the stretch. 5-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. So he fans Brassou for the 2nd time today. And it'll be up to Cleon Jones. Now they're going to take the hold off the runner. Hunt can go at 1-13 if he wants to. But with their best hitter at the plate, he's going to swing away. On a 2-8 lefty. Comebacker. Nuxall fields it. Throws him out. That's 1-4. Doesn't really matter what you put there. But the Mets with a home run by Ed Kranepool tie this up. And halfway through, it's 2-all. And here's Bob Shaw taking the mound. And I forgot to welcome in David Thayer, I think. Anyway, welcome, David. Okay, bottom of the 5th, Rose will start it off. Rose 1 for 2, hitting left-handed against Shaw. There's the pitch. It's 6-3 left-handed. Fly to left field X, tough chance for Swoboda. Good outfielder, 3-4. On his horse now, on a 13, it's the E-range. A 6 on an E4, an incredible running catch by Swoboda for the out. That's going to go as a web jam. What a play by Swoboda to take at least a single away from Pete Rose. Welcoming in Colin. Hello, Colin. With 1 out, here's Veda Pinson. Pinson had a sac fly in the first, walked in the third. Shaw gets the sign from Grody now, and here's the pitch on a 3-11 right-handed high fly ball to deep right, backing up is Jones at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Home run, Pinson. And the Reds retake the lead. 4 home runs in this game, 2 on each side. And for Veda Pinson, that's number 5. He had 16 in real life. One away, here's Gordy Coleman, first baseman 0 for 2. Shaw with the windup on a 1-6, grounder to second, fielded by Hunt, flips to Kranepool, and there's 2 down. That's going to bring up Shamsky, who's 2 for 2 with a home run. Art Shamsky, the left-handed hitting outfielder. Shaw with the pitch on a 6-6 left-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that'll do it for the 5th. The Reds retake the lead on a solo home run by Veda Pinson and lead it 3-2 after 5. So another good game going here today. Yesterday was a humdinger. And I'm going to take a pause to get some more coffee. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay. Mookie in the cheap seats. Kathy has World Series trivia coming up. This should be good. When do you want to do that, Kathy? You want to do it now, or it's totally up to you. Sixth inning will be the first inning of potential fatigue for Joe Nuxhall. He's rated 6. Heart of the order. Almost. Cleon Jones made the last out in the 5th, so Ken Boyer will start it off. Nuxhall gets the sign. The pitch to Boyer on a 1-9 left-hander. He hits that high and deep to left field. That's over Shamsky's head. Triple to 3. He's going to settle for a stand-up double. Second hit of the day for Boyer. Tying run in scoring position with nobody out. And here's Ron Swoboda. That's going to get him stirring around in the Reds' pen. Nobody throwing just yet. Nuxhall's pitch to Swoboda on a 4-7 right-handed. Grounder to first, single 16. Fielded by Coleman. He throws to Nuxhall covering, and on the play, Boyer takes third. So a fine play by Coleman to rob Swoboda of a base hit. And now with a runner at third and 1 away, the Reds will pull the infield in for Billy Murphy. Murphy 1 for 2. Nuxhall checks the runner. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 6-3. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Shamsky back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Murphy does it again. Back-to-back home runs for Billy Murphy. He came into this game with just 1 home run, and he's hit 2 in this game. Home run number 3 on the year for Billy Murphy, and the Mets retake the lead 4-3. So Wes Westrom must have had a crystal ball when he inserted Murphy into the lineup today. And Don Notabart, the right-hander, throwing in the Reds' pen. One more hitter walk will fatigue Nuxhall. Jerry Grody, the hitter. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 1-9 lefty. He struck him out. So Grody strikes out for the second time. And with 2 down, the batter will be Ed Kranepool. Kranepool homered his last time up. 5 home runs in this game already. Left on left, Nuxhall with a 1-11, foul ball back of the plate. Edwards goes back and makes the catch to retire the side, but the Mets retake the lead. 2 runs, 2 hits, a 2-run blast by Billy Murphy. How about that? I wish I could do a better Mel Allen impersonation, you know? That would be fun. Well, how? I can't do it. I've tried to do it. I can't do it. Well, how about that? Mine comes out sounding more like Jimmy Stewart. Or so I've been told. Shaw, a 7-inning pitcher, working with a lead now. Leo Cardenas will start it off. Shaw gets the sign. He hits the Cardenas on a 1-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Let's tally him up now. That's 1, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 strikeouts now for Bob Shaw. That's noteworthy. And here's Chico Ruiz. Batting left-handed, Shaw's pitch on a 2-10 righty. He hits it the other way to left field. Swoboda ranging over and makes the catch. That'll bring up the catcher, Johnny Edwards. Flew to center both times. Shaw's pitch is a 4-10 left-handed. He lifts it the other way to left. Swoboda ranging over, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Bob Shaw. So Shaw with the shutdown inning. We've played 6. It is 4-3 Mets. Second endurance inning for Nuxall. With the lead and with Shaw being a pretty decent hitting pitcher, he's going to go ahead and bat here. And on a 2-12, he pops it up right side. Ron Hunt will take it. Excuse me, my mistake. That's going to be Pete Rose taking it. And Ron Hunt is the batter. The pitch to Hunt is a 6-3 righty. That is going to be a base hit, 1-14 to left field. And it's a diving catch by Shamsky. Oh my goodness. This game is full of surprises. Shamsky makes the play in what looked like was going to be a base hit by Ron Hunt. And now with 2 down, Eddie Brassu will be the hitter. Is that the question? This player appeared in 3 consecutive World Series for 3 different teams in the 80s. The pitch to Brassu. 1-6 right-handed. That's stroked up the middle for a base hit. So Brassu with a 2-out single. 3 World Series consecutively. 3 different teams. And David nails it. So David Thayer, our new trivia expert here. Well, not so fast. We're not taking away Bill's crown that easily. But he's among the leaders, let's just say. Don Baylor. A Ballantine blast. I like that. 2 down runner at first. Here's Cleon, 0 for 3. Nuxall. 1 more hit or walk will knock him out. It's a 6-5 righty. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Shamsky at the track, at the wall. Home run, Cleon Jones. And that's going to knock Nuxall out of the game. He is fatigued now. For Cleon Jones, his 6th home run of the season. And the Mets lead it 6-3. Here comes Hefner. And they're going to go to the righty, Don Notabart. Whoops, hang on, I blew it. Replay review, courtesy of Bill. Thank you, Bill. On which batter? Brassu's hit. Okay, hang on. I was afraid this was going to happen, especially today. Shaw was pitching. 1-6. Yep. Thank you, Bill. That's a huge difference. That strikeout ends the inning. Had there been less than 2 outs, I would have been inclined to allow Cleon to keep his home run. However, I can't really justify that with the strikeout ending the inning. Nuxall 1-6. Well, then I don't know what the hell I was looking at. Because on no 6 does... Oh, I see. I looked at 4-6 single. Thank you, Bill. So, I apologize to everybody. My mistake. Sorry, Cleon Jones, but you should have never batted in that inning. I'm so sorry, everybody. Yeah, Nuxall thanks you as well. He gets to stay in the game and reset his endurance. Well, there's only one thing that can save me now after that guffaw, and that's to roll in the star of the show. And there he is, Mookie the Cat. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Mookie's been very quiet today. In fact, he started bugging me after 10 o'clock or so last night when I was watching the game, because he knows it's time for bed and his nighttime treat. He's probably thinking, why are we staying up so late? But he was a good sport. He stayed by my feet. He's a good foot warmer, you know. Hi, Mook. Give us a smile. Get that tail out of the way. There you go. There's Mookie. Thank you for coming, Cleveland baseball fan. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. I almost said have a good weekend. That's how out of whack I am. What do you think, Mookie? He's thinking, dude, you've been out of whack for a long time. There goes the tail. Oh my. Yeah, Bill, I was thinking the same thing last night. with a few expletives added in. Well, Mookie's going to town now. Yeah, and as long as he's ice cold, they're going to keep walking Ohtani. Heck, I would too. Although the one play, the one sequence that I thought was really out of whack was when he walked Ohtani and Mookie to load the bases for Freddie Freeman. I wouldn't have done that. I mean, it worked out. So we go back to the game, much to Rick's delight. And Nuxall in the bottom of the 7th trailing. Looks like he's going to be done anyway because the Reds are going to send up a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 7th, trailing by a run. So Notabart will be coming on, but in the 8th inning. Nuxall goes 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 hits. Well, no, now he's not trailing. I'm sorry. Yeah, he is. 4 runs. He walked 1, 2, 2. Struck out 3, 4, 6 strikeouts for Nuxall. So a nice, solid performance from Joe Nuxall. And against the righty Bob Shaw, the batter will be Darren Johnson. Johnson tied for the team home run lead with 10, and he leads the team in RBIs with 31. Darren Johnson is the batter. The pitch to Darren Johnson, 3-6 righty, high fly ball to left. Under it is Swoboda and puts it away. So Johnson retired. That'll turn the lineup over and bring up Tommy Harper. Reds trail by a run, bottom of the 7th. Shaw into the windup. 4-11 right-hander. Grounder to first base, fielded by Cranepool. He underhands to Shaw covering, and there's 2 quick outs in the 7th. Here's Rose now, 1 for 3. Shaw with the windup and the pitch. 2-8 righty. Grounder to first. Cranepool's going to race to the bag, and he beats Rose to the bag. 1, 2, 3 inning for Shaw. We're through 7. Mets 4, Reds 3. Wait, what? Shohei was pitching against Mook? What? Now I am confused. As if I wasn't already. Okay, Notabart's going to come in for the Reds. He's a right-hander. On the season, 4-2 with 1 save, 3.73. And Cleon Jones will lead it off. Notabart gets the sign from Edwards. Here's the pitch on a 5-10 righty. Hard smash to third, fielded by Chico Ruiz, who throws him out. Here's Boyer now. Boyer 2 for 3 today. The pitch from Notabart. 1-3. Base hit up the middle for Boyer. Boyer with his 3rd hit of the afternoon. Reaches on a 1-out single. And here's Swoboda. Swoboda 0 for 3. You've got Murphy. They may want to hit for Murphy. So we kind of have to hold Luplow back. They're going to stick with Swoboda. The pitch from Notabart on a 2-6 pops him up left side. Cardenas has it. 2 down. Murphy homered his last 2 times up. He's going to hit. The pitch on a 6-10 right-handed grounder, third base X. Tough chance for Ruiz. He is a 335. Here's the play on an 11. It's the E range. 4 on a 35. You can see where this is going as his throw pulls Coleman off the bag. That's going to be an error on Chico Ruiz. So E5, first error for the Reds. Boyer to second. And with 2 down, Jerry Grody will be the hitter. Grody 1 for 3, struck out twice. Notabart gets the sign, the pitch. 6-9 right-handed grounder to third. Ruiz has this one, goes the short way to Rose for the force. And that retires the side. No runs, a hit, 2 left. There was an error. The Mets leading now, going to the bottom of the 8th. Let's check the defense. Definitely McMillan's coming in. And Luplow is going to come in. Luplow. Well, no, we don't have to do that. Swoboda's the same defensive rating. I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking of Swoboda as a 4, but he's a 3E4. So the only change will be Roy McMillan taking over at shortstop for Eddie Brasseau. Where he's a 3E20. Bob Shaw in his second endurance inning as Jack Hamilton begins to loosen in the Mets pen. Heart of the order for Cincinnati in the bottom of the 8th. Vada Pinson homered his last time up. Shaw gets the sign. The pitch to Pinson. 5-4 lefty. Grounder third base X. That's going to be a tough chance for Boyer. 226. On a 20. Diving stop at the line to his feet and throws him out. What a play by Boyer. 5-3X. Pinson retired. Here's Gordy Coleman now 0 for 3. Shaw with the windup and the pitch. 5-6 routine grounder to second. Hunt gobbles it up, flips it over to Cranepool, and there's 2 quick outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here's Shamsky 2 for 3 with a home run. The pitch from Shaw to Shamsky. 1-2. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Jones turns around. It is gone. And this game is tied. Art Shamsky does it again. Unmitigated beer batter of the game. Launches his second home run of the game. Number 9 on the season for Shamsky. And it's 4-all. You know, I could have predicted this. On a day when I'm completely wiped out, we're going to have extra innings, right? Hamilton is just about ready in the Mets pen. Shaw due to bat second in the ninth. They would like him to get the third out here in the eighth at least. Leo Cardenas is 0 for 3. Pitched to Cardenas on a 1-3. Grounder to third, fielded by Boyer. And we go to the ninth, all tied up. The Reds tie it on a homer by Art Shamsky, his second of the game. So that's 6 home runs in this game. A 2-homer game for Billy Murphy and a 2-homer game for Art Shamsky. Holy smoke. Notabart will come out for his second inning of work. Cathy for the Mets, Trent for the Reds. It'll be Kranepool, a pinch hitter, and Hunt. Kranepool 1 for 3. He has a home run today. Notabart with the windup on the pitch. It's a 2-4. He goes the other way with it and drops it in front of Shamsky and left for a base hit. Now we'll have a pinch hitter for Shaw. So Shaw goes 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 4 runs. He walked 1, 2, 2, and struck out 6. Who else could come? Who else could it be but Jack Hamilton? And against the right-hander, Al Luplo will be the batter. Luplo, 223, 3 home runs, 11 RBIs. Kranepool, not much speed at first. Let's see if we want to run for Kranepool. Of course, you'd have to have another first baseman. And who would run? Probably Larry Elliott. That doesn't seem worth the trade-off to me. Runner at first, nobody out. Notabart out of the stretch now. The pitch to Luplo, 6'8", left-handed. Grounder to first. Wide of the bag. Coleman has it. Goes to Cardenas for 1. Back to first, not in time. That's a 3-6 for us. So Luplo at first, 1 away, and here's Ron Hunt. Hunt 1 for 4. Doubled to lead off the game. He's been quiet since. Notabart out of the stretch. 4-3 right-handed. Grounder to first base X. Tough play for Coleman. Coleman, a 4.24. Here's the play on a 12. Error rate, it's a 9 on a 24, and it's going to be an error on Coleman. So Hunt reaches on the error. Luplo to second. Second Cincinnati error of the game. And it's first and second with 1 out, and McMillan the hitter. Boy, the Mets probably wish they had Brissou at the plate right now. McMillan's first at bat in the game. Yeah, and what about Murphy, Rick? Even more surprising. The pitch to McMillan, 6-6 right-handed. That's like a liner to third. Single 211. Speared by Ruiz. Oh my goodness. What a break for Cincinnati there. And here's Cleon. They've got the right guy at the plate. First and second, 2 down. Notabart into the windup. That's a 1-6 right-handed. Grounder to short. Cardenas charging. Throws on the run in time. And they strand 2. Shaw's done. And it'll be Jack Hamilton taking over. Hamilton's been their best pitcher. 5-5, 2.91. He has 1 save. This is his 6th relief appearance. He made 13 starts earlier in the year. 96 innings of work, just 76 hits allowed. So it all rests on Hamilton. Reds are going to go to the bench. Tommy Helms will come off the bench and hit for Ruiz. He would stay in the game at third base. Helms on the season, 269 average. Hamilton's pitch on a 3-10 right-hander. Liner right at Hunt. Hunt makes the catch. There's 1 down. Thanks for coming, Al. We'll catch you next time. Have a great day, man. Here's Edwards, 0 for 3. Hamilton. The pitch is a 6-6 lefty, and he loses in ball 4. So Edwards aboard. He's slow. Let's look at the Reds bench. They can catch Pavletic or Coker, but they really have no one to run. Plus, they need a pinch hitter for Notabart. Maybe we can do something. Dick Simpson is going to run for Edwards. Pinch hitting for the pitcher will be Don Pavletic, who will most likely stay in the game and catch. Simpson, a 15-runner, no threat whatsoever to steal. Pavletic on the year, 277 with 5 home runs. And Grody out to the mound, probably going over how they're going to pitch to Don Pavletic. Pavletic has power, especially against righties. Okay, we're ready to roll. Taking his lead, Simpson, the pitch from the stretch. 5-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. So Hamilton fans Pavletic. And it's up to Tommy Harper. Hamilton gets the sign. There's the pitch to Harper. It's 2-11 righty. Base hit it the other way into right field. An open single. Simpson can go to third. 17. Cleon a -1. 16. Yeah, I'd like to, but that really goes against the book. They're going to hold him at second. The last thing you want to do is have the winning run thrown out at third base. So first and second, and Pete Rose at the plate. Hamilton in a bit of a jam now. Grody out to the mound again. Grody's doing all the talking. Hamilton nodding. And now we're ready to go. Here's Rose, 1 for 4, batting left-handed. Hamilton checks the runners. Comes to the plate, 3-6 righty. Liner to second, single to 15, and it's an infield single knocked down by Hunt with no play. And that will prevent Simpson from scoring. So the bases will be loaded with 2 away. And Vada Pinson coming to bat. Holy cow, the tension mounts. The crowd in Cincinnati on their feet. Tie ball game, 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded. And here's Vada Pinson. Pinson 1 for 2 in this one. Sac fly for Uribe in the first, walked in the second, hit a solo homer in the 5th, and grounded to third in the 8th. Hamilton studying the signs. The windup, the pitch to Pinson. 4-6, and he walks in the run, and the game is over. Oh, man, how kind of anticlimactic, but the fans in Cincinnati are going crazy. Simpson ends up scoring the winning run. And the Reds, a walk-off walk, which you don't see very often. And they end up edging him out 5-4. Making a winner out of Notabart, who is 5-2 now. Hamilton takes the loss. He's 5-6. Two-thirds, 2 hits, 2 walks. Hamilton just did not have command today. Notabart, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Close game. Player of the game, that's going to be tough. Anybody? Mangler says Shamsky and Murphy if the Mets had won. Yeah, that's pretty hard to argue with. Both players with a 2-home run game. Thank you, Ernest. Thank you, Perry. Another good game. I don't know, a walk-off walk always seems kind of like, to me, it just kind of lets the air out of the room. What do you guys think? Let's get the totals here. The Reds win it with 5 runs on 9 hits. They made 2 errors. The Mets, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. It was a close game. Shamsky will be the player of the game. 3 for 4, 2 home runs. And I'm sure Robert Barone would be pleased with that. Of course, you have to watch the show to get that. I don't even like the show, and I've watched it a few times, enough to know about the dog named Shamsky. Tomorrow, of course, will be the second game of the doubleheader between these same two clubs. And the pitchers will be, oh, this is the one I was dreading. It's the Fishers. Jack Fisher for the Mets, Hank Fisher for the Reds. Yeah, that's guaranteed to not confuse me, right? Fisher, which Fisher? At least they're spelled differently. Small consolation. So Fisher versus Fisher tomorrow, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. Thanks again, everybody, for joining me. I do appreciate it. What a great group, a great chat today. Good trivia questions, everything. So I am going to get showered and get dressed and find something to eat. I feel like it's still morning. Take care, everybody, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.